Sandra Birchmore's death certificate still says suicide, more than a week after a former police officer was charged with killing her. 25 Investigates has learned of a secret meeting about that discrepancy.
And he strangled Sandra Birchmore to death.
The arrest of former Stoughton police officer Matthew Farwell for the killing of Sandra Birchmore may have surprised some, but not Massachusetts Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Mindy Hall. 25 Investigates has learned the FBI had a lengthy meeting with Dr. Hall 9 days before. Sources tell 25 Investigates the feds wanted Hall to know their findings contradicted hers.
How often have you seen a state medical examiner rule one way and then the feds come up with a completely different scenario?
I've never seen it. I would imagine that it's very rare.
State police detectives assigned to the Norfolk DA's office were the first to look into Birchmore's death. Former state and Suffolk County prosecutor Juno Perkins says the ME's determination that Birchmore hung herself would have been based on an autopsy and any evidence the DA's office provided,
including things from the crime scene, witness testimony, and things like that. So the first question I would have is whether or not how much information the medical examiner had when they first made that determination.
The ME ruled suicide in May 2021, roughly 4 months after Birchmore was found in her Canton apartment with a duffel bag strapped connected to a closet door around her neck. At the time, the ME should have known Birchmore believed Farwell was the father of her unborn child, and he was the last one seen entering her apartment building in this chilling surveillance video.
And he used his knowledge and experience as a law enforcement officer to stage her death to look like a suicide.
Part of the new evidence collected by the FBI includes an analysis from Dr. William Smock, chair of the National Medical Advisory Committee for the Training Institute on Strangulation Prevention. Court documents say Dr. Smock cited Birchmore's hyoid bone fracture, the pattern imprint injury on her chest, abrasions on her nose, and the broken necklace, among other evidence that led him to conclude that Birchmore's death was a homicide.
A spokesperson for the ME tells me cause and manner of death is based on the information available at the time of the determination. We ask if Sandra Birchmore's will be reevaluated. This is part of the answer we received. As with every case, the OCME will review its finding as new information arises and awaits access to any newly established evidence developed by federal and state authorities. For 25 Investigates, I'm Ted Daniel.